Why is what's happening? Why are the Hawks going after Pravin Gordhan? Why is Jacob Zuma seemingly not protecting the finance minister that he appointed in December 2015? And that's because inside the ANC, there is a massive battle for essentially the heart and soul of the party. You have two factions built around Jacob Zuma and another built around, coalescing around Cyril Ramaphosa. Those two factions are at each other, and until that battle is won by one or other side, you're going to continue to see headlines like, oh, Pravin Gordhan about to be arrested by the Hawks and so forth, because in some of the institutions, not all of them, some of the institutions are being used to fight these internal ANC battles. So for the next, up to December 2017, my prediction, my view, is that you're going to continue to have these traumatic events that are going to have a major impact on South African politics. Is there going to be another headline about Pravin Gordhan? I believe that there will be another one. Will it have the consequences that the headline 2 weeks ago about his imminent arrest going to have? Yes, I think there will be another one. I think that we need to be clear in our assessment that's a part of our politics that's going to continue to have an impact on all of us. The other driver of the noise that we see, the protest that we see, is the fact that we don't talk about it enough. 3 weeks ago, the unemployment numbers came out. We said 26.7%. It's actually 36.3% if you use the wider definition. Because when people say, I haven't looked for a job in so many months, we say, I'm not going to count you. But 8.9 million South Africans today woke up without a job. And that is why you continue to have headlines like what happened in Hammanskraal this week, what happens in other places, people blocking roads and so forth. Who's doing it when people are out here working? It's those unemployed. And I think structurally, the fact that we have such a massive unemployment, massive youth unemployment, is going to continue to be a major factor of our politics. My view is that the protests we've seen are nothing like the protests we'll see in the next few months in the run-up to this election, because people are saying, well, if I bend some tires and do this, the politicians will listen. If you look at what's been happening in Gauteng the past week, that's exactly what's happened. Paul Mashatile has been running in and saying, I'll set up a committee to solve your problems. In the year to March last year, according to the police minister, there were 14,700 service delivery reports of unrest in South Africa. That means that every day there's at least 40 communities up in arms against their councillor or representative. That's a lot of people up in arms. Now, in the run-up to an election, it's going to go up, and I think that's going to be a big feature of our politics. The third feature of our politics for this year is that the election that's coming up is the most hotly contested election we've had in the new South Africa. The ANC has been absolute center of our politics for years and years. But if you look at the past 10 years, the ANC has been on a losing streak. Not losing, but certainly on a downward trajectory from 69% in 2004 to 62% in 2004. And by their own surveys, the ANC will go below 60% in this election. And as Gwede Mantashe said, psychologically, that will be a big, big blow for the ANC. So what does the DA say when it looks at these numbers? It says, we can take the fight to the ANC. Let's do it. And so they make a lot of noise. They say, I want your vote, and they come to you and say, vote for me. What does the EFF say? They're like, this ANC, it's weak. It's led by a man who is weak, and therefore, let's go for it. So this election is going to be hot, it's going to be hard fought, and you're going to see a lot of weird things coming out of politicians' mouths and all sorts of things. On August 4, after the election, they'll all go quiet and we'll all go on with our business. But for now, expect a lot of noise from our politicians.